Typically, when I make something like this, it's dedicated to a specific set of people, like my YouTube audience. But this time is different. This is not dedicated to just my audience on YouTube. If anything, it's more dedicated to the friends that I have that I speak to. Because I'm sure a lot of you have noticed a good bit of inactivity from me, specifically for the past few days. And I want to clarify why. Because right now I'm literally recording this. It's 1:34 a.m. middle of the night right now, or really early morning as I'm recording this audio file that I'll be making it into a video. And I just wanted to record this now so I can get it out of the way, when my mind is cleared up and I have a chance to speak without any distractions, because this is going to be a very important video, a video that I am seriously going to need any friend who is close to me to listen to, because my activity and what I do is going to be changing quite a lot. Because for the past few days I've been doing some pretty heavy thinking about my life and what is going on with it and what I'm doing. Because the fact of the matter is, my life is very different from what it was 8 months ago. Something like that. Because 8, 7, 6, 5 months ago, I had a lot more free time and I did not have to worry about life, really. Because life wasn't really affecting me. Because at the time I wasn't really that busy. The most busiest thing I was dealing with was school, and the most stress I was dealing with, which at the time was a good bit of stress, but it was just a few family problems and school stress. Those combined together, it impacted me, but it wasn't taking up any of my time really. It was just adding stress. So around those times, I still had a ton of free time. I had a lot. I had so much free time to just stream and whatnot, right? I was streaming and my YouTube channel was getting so many views and subscribers just because of those streams, because of Black Blizzard. And I got popularity because of it. And I started working on the Discord server, which got a lot of people to come in and a lot of activity. And I was the owner of it, and I managed it. I created channels, I created the rules, I did all that. And I used all my free time to my YouTube channel and to my streaming and to gameplaying and getting better at Sharpsy Dash and getting better at Team Fortress 2, another game that I play. And I did all that. We all know this now. But you see, that was when I had the free time, and I didn't have anything going on in my life. You see, that's changing now, because my life isn't that free anymore. It really isn't. School is getting more difficult, for one. I'm having to legitimately study. Usually I found school easy enough to where I barely even have to study at all before, if not at all, period. I found school to be pretty simple for a while now, but things were actually starting to get difficult, and I'm actually having to study, and I'm not used to that. And having distractions to that can be a very bad thing for me, because something people may not realize, I have ADD and ADHD. I do take medicine for it, but if you've taken any sort of medicine, like pain medication or whatnot, that kind of medication is meant to nullify the effects of the pain or whatever you're dealing with. It doesn't completely remove it. And that is the exact same thing with my ADD and ADHD medication that I take. It's just one pill every day. It nullifies it a lot, and it's really helpful. It helps me focus, but it doesn't completely remove it. And you see, with the added distractions of a YouTube channel, a game that I am addicted to, and a level that I've been trying to beat for literally months, or a year now, actually. It's been a year now since I started trying to beat Black Blizzard. it's literally, it's something bad for me, because you see, here's the problem was, okay, here's the thing. When you have something that you're extremely dedicated to, all you can think about is that thing you're dedicated to. And when you have the effects of ADD and ADHD, that is multiplied exponentially. However, since I take medication, it nullifies it a bit, but it doesn't remove it. And while someone normally would be pretty distracted with something they're really dedicated to, I was worse. I had it worse. I was easily distracted by it, because I was extremely dedicated to Black Blizzard. If I had the time, I would have spent 5 hours a day, daily, streaming, and even 5 hours a night. The total 10 hours daily just playing the level, trying to beat it. I would have done that. And I would have streamed every second of it. I'm being serious here. That's how dedicated I was to that level, and I would have remained that dedicated. But that's where the problem arose, was I was so dedicated to it that I was distracted easily because it was always on my mind. And it got to the point to where when I was trying to focus on my schoolwork, I would rush it just so I can get on the computer sooner to play a level, stream, to focus on my Discord server, focus on my YouTube channel. I would do that, and it would get me in trouble. It would get my grades to go down. I could be a straight A student if I tried, but I didn't want to. I was so addicted to the game and so distracted by it that I could barely even focus on my schoolwork. I did the bare minimum, depending on what it was, and my grades suffered because of it, and I had worse grades. And for those of you who've never had ADD and ADHD, down below I'm going to link a video that gives a good example of what I deal with. And that's pretty much what I deal with Geometry Dash, and this is the reason why I quit it, is because I was so dedicated to Black Blizzard that it would pop in my mind at random occasions, random times, with no warning. And sometimes that would cause problems. Problems that got so bad that I would forget things literally moments after being told. Like, I could literally be told to take out the trash after checking the mail. I could even nod my head and confirm that I heard them telling me to take out the trash after I checked the mail. I would check the mail, come in, and go back upstairs to my computer, completely forgetting. And when they tell me, hey, I told you to take out the trash, I would look at them weird, thinking, no, you didn't. And I would say, no, you didn't. And you see, I would get quite upset over how many times I would deny it, and they would say, no, I remember you telling you this. I would literally be grounded for weeks sometimes from my computer from back talking and getting really upset. The game was literally messing with me in a mental level. And it's not the game itself, because it's not addictive enough to where I'm literally tearing my life apart. It's my mental disorder. I have medication that helps me, but it's still there, right? And even though a lot of people have ADD and ADHD, people don't seem to realize, because when they don't have ADD and ADHD, they kind of think it's just a minor mental disorder. It really isn't. It's a mental disorder that can cause a lot of problems, because it seems like people, when they don't have ADD and ADHD, they don't understand and get what it's like. So when people have ADD and ADHD, they are very impatient with them, with people who do have it. And with me, I was dealing with so many problems, point to where sometimes I would literally forget multiple things in a single day. And my parents tell me I'm a bright kid all the time. They know I'm very mature. They know I am an old soul. They know that I know a lot for considering the young age I have. I am young, and yet I am mature enough to be seen as knowledgeable as someone who's a lot older. And I appreciate people who think that. But at the same time, they've told me time and time again, they just don't understand how I can sometimes do these boneheaded things and forget stuff and not listen and act so odd sometimes. And it took me a very long time to realize it, but it's because of this game and the distractions, and it posed a problem. But you guys now know that this is not the only reason why I'm making this video. As a matter of fact, there's a lot more I need to say, because for these past few days I've thought a lot more about what I'm doing. Because come this summer, I'm going to be getting a job, and I'm not talking about like babysitting or lawn mowing. I mean a legitimate job. This summer, a summer job, a legitimate paying job in a business. Probably a food chain, but still a legitimate job. And that's going to take up a lot of my free time. I am going to be taking on more projects with coding. They'll take up some of my free time. I have chores I gotta do for one. That's another thing. And as of right now, my life is losing free time because I got things I need to do. And I've been noticing that I've been avoiding studying just for the sake of doing things I want to do. And my grades are not as good as I would like to see them. They're good, they're fine, they're average, but I've always been above average with my grades because, well, as my parents told me, I'm a bright kid. But I've always been an A and B student. I've never been a straight A student. If I tried, I probably could be a straight A student if I tried. But I never really have. That's just the truth of the matter. I've never really tried with school. I mean, I have, obviously. I couldn't have straight B's, period. Or C's if I didn't try. But I tried to the absolute minimum to get me a decent grade. But I never try to go past that. Because all I care about is getting popular on YouTube, or managing my Discord server, or getting good at these games. And it's affecting what's important because I don't have my priorities straight. Because you see, my biggest problem right now, being a younger person who is starting to mature and go through life, is I am still not putting my priorities first. And it took a few days of heavy thinking to make me finally accept the fact that I do not have my priorities straight. Because I have priorities, and I have things I need to do. And I've had the hardest time accepting that. I really have. I've acted like it's stupid. I know what my priorities are. But I really don't. I really don't. And I need to change that now. Because I spend too much time trying to manage my Discord server. I spend too much time keeping my mind on the internet. Because the internet isn't a priority. It doesn't matter how dire the situation is on my Discord server, or how much my YouTube channel is requesting me to do something, or how badly I want to get good at this game. It doesn't matter, because it's not top priority. And I need to start getting my priorities straight. Because my life requires it. It depends on it. Because my priorities are... I'm starting to develop more priorities. That's the biggest problem here. is my life 5 months ago didn't have that my many priorities. It had priorities, of course, but it was a lot more free. Meaning I could spend hours on end just playing a single game to get better at it. I could spend hours chatting in a Discord server, getting it active. I could spend all that time doing all this stuff. But right now it's damaging my life. And it's affecting me in a negative way. And it is making my life worse. And don't take that as, oh, woe is me. It's a dramatic level, like my life is in agony. It's not like that. It's certainly not like that. It's just, it's impacting it in a negative way. And I don't like that. I don't need that. And I don't want that, and I certainly don't need that. Because as of late, I have been a bit of a brat towards my family. And I've been acting stupider because of it. And my mood has been worse because of it. I've been so conflicted with my priorities that I will purposely break rules, purposely avoid doing tasks that I do on a daily basis just to do what I want to do faster and do it longer. I have raised my voice at my parents and argued against them and disrespected them over some minor things sometimes, just because I'm in a bad mood, because I'm not on my computer, or I don't know what's going on my Discord server, or I'm not able to play my game, or I'm not able to do this or do that. I have gotten in some bad situations. And I don't want that anymore. I don't. Because it's impacting me. My mood has not been the best as of late. And that's been distracting. Because when my mood is bad, I tend to be more distracted. And I guess my ADHD gets worse because of it. Because I tend to be more distracted in my school hours, especially as of late. My mood to talk to people has lessened because I just don't feel like talking to people. Hence why I pretty much just needed some time to myself for the past few days, besides a couple conversations with a few people. I think it's time for me to move on with my life, because for the past 4 years I have been a kid. I have had endless amounts of free time. I've been able to do all I can do, all I want. I have had little priorities and responsibilities. I now need to grow up, because as of late, all I've cared about is finding a way to keep my YouTube channel going, keeping content going. All I cared about is getting better at these games that I play. All I care about is keeping my Discord server afloat. Things that aren't priorities. Doing that has affected me in a bad way. And I need to stop that. Because it's affecting my life in a negative way. It's making my life worse. It's making me worse. It's making conflict and tension happen in the family sometimes. Because my family depends on me. I help the family out by doing most of the chores. My dad helps with the bills and the cooking. My mom helps doing her job and whatnot. We all play a role in this house that I live in. And my role is to take care of my responsibilities. And it's not even that much, really. Like, I don't even have that much, but I make it seem like I have a lot. just because I've been acting like a little brat. And I haven't been very respectful and I haven't been very grateful with what I have and what my family has given me, because I've been acting like I deserve it. And all I need to do is just satisfy my needs. And all I need to do is just do this and do that on the internet. And that ain't good. I need to move on. It's just not good for me, because I've been doing that. I'm becoming the exact thing that I tell people not to become and I hate. And that worries me. And it irks me. And I've been noticing that for the past month, my mood has just been terrible. It hasn't been depressive, hell no, but it's been considerably worse. Like, instead of my default emotion being happy, or at the very least neutral, it's usually, like, my default emotion, quote unquote default, is just me having a bit of like no expression at all. Like, I don't feel anything. I don't really feel happy. Like, unless I've been having a good time, I don't feel happy normally. I just feel, I don't like that. It makes me feel like one of those, just, I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? And I need to change that, because I know what it is now. And I need to change that. So, now that you all have heard about this, you're probably wondering, what am I going to do about it? I'm not going to leave the internet entirely, because that would not help me. That would make me worse, because I would be very unhappy about that. But I know a lot of you have seen me be very active and have gotten used to me playing games often with them, or talking with you guys often, blah blah blah. I know you guys are used to that and you expect me to be that way. But stop it. Just stop it. That's all I can say. Because I'm not going to be as active as I used to be. Because things are going to change. Because my life depends on them changing. So, if you're expecting me to be on every single day, playing games all the time, stop that expectation right now before you get yourself disappointed. Let alone angry at me. Because I have priorities that I have to attend to. And I'm sorry, I'm not meaning this to be rude, but playing a game with a person on the internet is not a priority. Dealing with some conflict in my server is not a priority. I like being able to manage that kind of stuff because I want the server to stay afloat, but it's not a priority. On the internet, it is a priority, but the internet itself is not a priority for my life. It isn't. Now, with my Discord server, I'll try and be as active as I can, but I'm not going to be too active. And chances are, I'm going to depend on my staff to help me out a good bit, because I know some of my staff members are still a little younger, on the younger side, meaning they have a lot more free time, so they're able to help me a lot more. Because, well, of course, again, they aren't quite old enough to have to deal with a job and whatnot, and that kind of, serious priority, responsibility type ordeal. They don't really have to worry about that, so they have more time to be able to spend doing what they want to do. So I'm hoping they can help me out there. But gaming wise, I'm not going to play games too often. chances are I'm probably going to be playing games a lot more casually now, just for the fun of it, instead of trying to get as good as I can with them, depending on what the game is. There might be a few exceptions, but I think I'm done trying to do that now. It's just not good for me, because it distracts me, and that is not good. YouTube channel. This might be the last upload you'll see in quite a while, as far as I know, because if you guys are expecting content, like pattern, like content that I am working on, or like a string of content or something like that, stop expecting that. I'm basically going to upload whatever I want, whenever I want, if I choose to. This YouTube channel is no longer about content, it's just about me, and that's about it. So if you're expecting Geometry Dash videos, unsubscribe right now. If that's all you're here for. And I know my YouTube channel, the only reason why I'm even remotely known on this site is just because of a 2D game made by, with some level made by a creator. That's an Extreme Demon. That's the only reason why I'm known. I know I'm going to lose subscribers because of me not doing GD. Go ahead and unsubscribe right now, because you're not going to see any more GD related content. It doesn't matter what. It's not happening. Hala Miami speedruns. I don't know about that one. It takes up too much of my time. I probably won't do it. Sorry, but it's just the truth of the matter is it takes up too much of my time. Other content, it's not going to be patternized, it's not going to be scheduled, nothing. It's literally me uploading whenever I want. Probably just videos for me to share with a few people for the sake of fun, and that's it. Discord, I'll do that. Friends. And if you're a friend still watching this right now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to talk to you. We're still friends, of course. But I'm not going to talk to you as often as I normally do. And this applies to literally all of you who are watching this right now. Because I bet a few of you are still watching. I'm not going to be as active as I used to be. And if you guys are confused to why I'm making such a drastic change, it's because I need to and I have to. If you guys think, oh, well, this doesn't seem like enough to have that much of a drastic change, all I've said so far is a very small part of the whole picture, and I'm not sharing all of it because it's personal information. But there's a lot that goes into play with my decisions here, and there are reasons behind it. And I seriously think this is a required thing for me to do. So I'll do my best, but I won't be as active. And for those of whom who are friends with me just because of Geometry Dash, I know a few of you are. I've seen some of you stop talking to me. I've seen some of you lose activity in the Discord server. I've seen a couple people who've done that. If you're only friends with me because of Geometry Dash and you don't want to talk to me anymore, I'm not going to fault you. I'm not going to be upset at you. Just say so. I'll fully understand. There's no reason for us to talk if our only main interest is Geometry Dash. If you're only friends with me because of GD, that's fine. If you want to not be friends with me anymore, I can understand that completely. But I think I've come to my conclusion. I've said all that needs to be said. There is nothing else that I need to say. And as of right now, it is 2:04 a.m. and I need some damn sleep. Have a nice night, everyone. Or day. Or whatever time it is. This is the changes that will come. And thank you for listening. and I'll talk to you all soon. For now, at least for me, I need some rest. So, for now, good night, everyone.